Welcome everybody to our stream here on Lichess and Twitch. My name is International Master William Paschall, aka Sludgy, here on Twitch, which is my chess and poker nickname. We're playing on our account Sparkle Horse on Lichess. I've got 3 challenges there from Krabnik, Rapunzel, and Troll on a Roll. Troll on a Roll. Troll on a Roll. Alright, Krabnik, Rapunzel, and Troll on a Roll. 7 plus 3, 5 plus 3, and 6 plus 4, Chess 960. Chess 960, it's Weird Wednesday Unusual Opening stream. Okay, I'll accept the challenges. Just a second. While I get my drink. I need a glass, but I'll have to do without. Alright, guys. Krabnik was 7 plus 3. Krabnik is busy playing a game now. Perhaps we'll take the other challenge from Repun to get warmed up. Alright, we're going to play the Grob. I don't like the Grob, but it's fun. Maybe once in a while. Little Grob action. Now I was thinking, since I almost never played the Grob, what kind of formation can we play to justify this early g4? Something along the lines of like e3, knight e2, bishop g2. Carl from Finland, welcome. Ripun, are you here? Because I just lost my challenge from Troll. Krabnik's playing a game and Ripun is not. It's in an hour, unfortunately. Is there some problem here? Man, was my board not updating? I know there's variation with bishop g2. Is the stream functioning? Troll, I don't know what you're talking about. You've made a mysterious comment in the stream that I'm not sure we understand the context of what you're trying to say. In an hour? What's in an hour? Alright, I don't know. My board didn't seem to reflect his move there for a second. Stream in an hour? I always start the stream at the same time. 11 a.m. Central European summertime. C6 a solid move. Black adopting a kind of Caro-Kann. This protects my pawn. If I play d4 or something, my white squares would be too weak. They're already pretty weak, but at least with d3 we can kind of patch it up with e4. Play a King's Indian sort of position where my g-pawn is extended. Troll and roll, I don't know what you're trying to say. Is there audio? It seems to be working. E6, pawn triangle. I'm not quite sure how to play the Grob, but I thought we'd try something a little bit out of the ordinary. Now bishop e4. Very well. That's your good bishop. It's my good bishop too. Everyone has white square pawns. It's weird that Asturbate's not here. Threatening d4. I don't know. This player seems awfully good for 1,000. Why does he have that bogus blitz rating? 1428 in rapid. I guess he just doesn't play rated games or something. In blitz. F6 looks like might be a strong move. How about e4? No. e4, d4. Man, there's not much chat going on here. What is happening with the Twitch stream? I had a terrible night last night. I was like unable to sleep due to mosquito attacks the whole night. Waking me up. These like very, very secret mosquitoes. I just really love waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to hunt for mosquitoes. It's a lot of fun. Anyone else have the same problem this summer? Knight d7. Apparently I'm very delicious. h4, knight d7, e4. This is the plan. I think. Black plays like a grandmaster. How can he be 1,000 rated on Lichess? I just don't get this. e4, bishop takes c3. Alright. Afraid of ghosts here. So why are you speaking in like cipher? Your stream. What about my stream? We just started. So the entire conversation I've got is troll and roll, face, then a hi, then hello, then I think it's in an hour, unfortunately. Ripun says yes. Or is it now? Your stream. You guys change your time zone or something? Maybe Russians changed their clocks. Actually, when are we changing time? I think I would hear about it. Now this pawn is a little bit overextended. Keeping g5 protected. He has some white square weaknesses. Ooh, b6. That's a blunder. That's a free pawn. Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Knight takes d4. Give me some pancakes. That was delicious. The Grob. Sidant X. You mean Hungary or the United States? I have two. You're talking about Hungary? My current residency? Most people know less about Hungary. Yeah. What was the question? How should I capture this? Hungary was on the German side. The Axis. The axis of evil. They're always on the wrong side in every war. Zen chess, wow. Blast from the past. Guys, it's Weird Wednesday. Unusual opening stream. Zen chess is visiting. Black here can defend his weak points. There are a couple. The white is clearly better. But repun is clearly 1500-ish. 1500. I can't get that rating out of my mind when I play against someone. The worst is like when it's like a question mark or whatever. Did they stop that? They still have that. Provisional 1500. It used to be the question mark 1500. Maybe that's what they changed. There's no more question mark 1500, just question marks. I'm not sure. I used to complain that the arbitrary provisional rating they would put on unrated players was 1500. It just seemed kind of random. I pay too much attention subliminally to people's rating. That's it. So you had to play 97 last move, and you're hanging in there for a little bit longer, although objectively black's down a pawn with a bad structure and 3 islands against 1. It's a very bad situation for black, positionally. Positional. 1 island. When we speak of islands, I'm talking about pawns are one big happy family. Everybody's watching out for their brother. It's not like the United States. A good try. Knight a5. Still we got one beautiful snake. Yeah, I think he's, well, I mean, his rapid is like 1400. I mean, I think that's around right. But there's no way he's 1000. I've played him a lot of games now, and I actually lost one when I made a serious blunder. So if you make a bad move, he can beat you. Yeah, he does hang his pieces. I mean, he has made blunders. But I think the interesting thing is his openings play is way, way beyond what a normal 1000 player would be like. He plays the opening with like a 1700, 1700. Excellent in the opening for his rating. But everything is gone. Alright. We've got challenges from Troll in a Roll, Sidan, Krabnik, Zen Chess. Sidan is a subscriber. We'll take that challenge first. What about Troll? Troll's not a subscriber. Mondays and Wednesdays, I always take the subscriber challenges first. No. What is that? That's not. Poor player. Poor player. All right. Everything's fine except for these random time controls. People are challenging me to like 1-0 and 10-0. At the bottom of the screen says very clearly 5-3 through 7 plus 3 casual. There's a range. The challenges have to be in the range of 5-3 through 7-3 casual. It's not that difficult. Just imagine something in that range. Use your imagination. Trolling me. Where did our challenge go? Okay, sit on with 5 plus 3. So I'm supposed to play unusual openings. I played the Grob. I don't really like the Grob, but we'll try it sometimes. Let's try something different here. I didn't expect you to play c4. You opened with e4 and then you're transposing to a c4, d4 opening. I was going to play the check defense, but now you went and played c4. That's a bit of a problem. I guess I'll play the old Indian. c6 has been played early here for an old Indian. As opposed to the King's Indian, where we developed the bishop on g7, we're developing the bishop to e7. f4. Some kind of hyper-aggressive move. White's playing basically bullet chess, not letting me think on their time at all. I haven't seen any sort of tactics. Honestly, like, strategically, trading this bishop is a little weird. But I want to get a dark square control of the position. This is an unexpected move. We totally expected, of course, black to go the other way there. With the bishop capture. So it's possible to play knight h5. Not quite sure. White's just playing too fast. I like his position maybe until the last move. I suppose bishop g5 might not be that bad. Doesn't seem right though. Queen b6. That feels wrong too. Okay, let's play h6. Force him to commit. White's time management is awful. There's no reason to play this fast in an increment game. Very bad idea. D6 when? I thought he should have played bishop c5, knight c5, b4, honestly. He's just playing like crazy bullet moves, totally randomly. Obviously the d6 idea was in the position at some point, but where and when? He just plays like the first move that pops in his head. It's very shallow. I mean, I don't mean to be insulting, but I try to provide like insights and constructive criticism. I feel like Sidan could be a very good player, but you're just playing like the first move you see instead of taking your time and trying to find a better one. You're only going to stay at 1600 until you start trying to think a little more deeply about the position. And you've got a really good, quick view of tactics and stuff like that, so you could be like 2000 really easily if you would slow down and think more deeply. Particularly in this time control. I mean, if we're playing 5-0, this is just like impulsive. Like he's in a race to move as fast as he can. That's the only reason why I'm perfect score against him. Agnes Karadusky, thank you for the donation. But Zenchus was making an interesting point. I mean, I don't see when he could play d6 exactly. Oh no. Jeez, you're right. I did blunder it. Oh my god. I blundered it right away. He could have won a piece on move 10 with d6. I mean, how much time did I have? I can't see the clock there. So that was terrible of me. I basically did what I'm talking about. I was moving too fast in this case. I just allowed an obvious tactic with d6 winning a piece. My only excuse is that I don't normally play the old Indian, and I'm trying to play positions that are not that typical for myself. You might have to watch tactics here with rook g7. I didn't really want to push the pawn up, but it's kind of disruptive. I would have rather kept my pawn in f4 on the dark squares. Good eye, Zen chess. Brony Soros. Brony. I played the Grob in the first game, and I wanted to play the check defense, but he switched to c4, d4, so I had to play the old Indian. I don't really like the old Indian, it's rather passive. How are you? I have a question. Why are you don't play rated game in Lichess? I do, but I'm trying to do a chess stream. And normally when I play chess streams, when I stream, I have to spend a lot of time talking. So playing rated games is like time odds. Like, I'm at a massive disadvantage. So it doesn't make sense to play rated games when you're at a disadvantage, generally speaking. It's like giving time odds to my opponents. My rating is already probably lower than it should be. But I don't care that much about it. But I don't want it to reach like a really embarrassing level where it's below 2400 or something. Sit down needs to slow down. It's like the guy I played yesterday in my Blitz tournament. There was one guy who was just like this. They move so fast, they just can't take their time. But I'm afraid that the culture of chess is going to be affected by this. It's just, everyone is moving too fast. We start to make random moves. Happens to everybody. I draw my queen and he resigned. I don't know if he's trolling me or he really just like resigned. If I can play queen h4, then that's a really weird hallucination. I was getting very bored with this game, honestly. I just freaked out and I thought I could play queen h4. White resigns. But it's amazing, like I'm +6 and it's very hard to make progress. I have to make queen f6. Maybe knight f4. Good game. Drop my queen. I don't know what came over me. Why do I think I can play queen h4? It's really weird. I mean, obviously his queen is right there. Been playing chess for 35 years, and normally I am pretty good about not making one-move blunders. But for some reason, once in a while, we can uncork something like that. Alright, I was frustrated by this game. It felt like I should have been winning like 5 moves ago. Still not awake. Troll in a roll, Krapnik, Zen Chess. Is anybody else a subscriber who's challenging me? Apparently not. No rated games, please. You got the time control right. No subscribers. No, J.K. Linney is a subscriber, I think. I can't remember. Maybe, maybe not. I think he was. Alright, knight f3. Unusual openings. Drop the queen. I've seen a lot of funny instances, you know, where someone like does what I did there, just lose their queen, and the other player doesn't see it. It's called a mutual hallucination. It happens surprisingly frequently. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 masters that could happen in an over-the-board game. You know, 95% of the time not, but once in a while, in your brain, I mean, I've seen it with players who are master level. If the other player makes the move, it can't be a ridiculous blunder. It's just like, you've already assumed that in your mind. You tried to resub, I banked as some BS fraud prevention stuff randomly. Banks suck. Alright. It's the thought that counts in chess. We're going to count you as a subscriber. You've been a very faithful subscriber for like 2 years. I don't know how long now. I've been doing this for 4 years. I can't believe it. Alright, I'm just thinking out loud. Knight f3 is a difficult move to play unusual system against. I like b5 though. I played this against Kushtar Shandor once in a GM tournament and I beat him. He's a Hungarian IM who lives in the United States now. He lives like way out in like Wyoming or something. Not a lot of chess in Wyoming. I can transpose to like the St. George with a6. The fact that white has played knight f3 maybe reduces his options a little bit in terms of the St. George. Like knight f3 is not really as sharp as say d4 queen e2 or d4 bishop d3 queen e2. Like knight f3 is not the sharpest move. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but honestly after bishop e7, bishop takes b5, bishop takes e4, that's probably the main line. We're missing Asterbait today. A little concerned. The problem with the queen side, offensively it's like plus, but versus like b6. But my pawn chain can be attacked by his breaks with c4 and a4, which leads to a lot of problems typically. I've played this position like a million times, but I never fully trusted black's game. You really shouldn't play the St. George. I have played it in a number of games, not recently. But I was always very careful where I played it, who I played it against. I lost to Josh Friedel once. He was the only really strong player I ever played it against. Other 2300s and such. Max. I wouldn't play the St. George against the Grandmaster. But it's not, I mean, I think like knight f3, b5 is safer than playing the St. George. Maybe J.K. Linney's move is the strongest move, actually. Kushtar Shandor played e3 against me, which is, he's a safer player. But objectively, like e4 might actually be white's best move. Now this is interesting. We'll see what he does here. There's of course the famous game where Tony Miles beat Karpov. Karpov at some point with white like captured on c5, which seems like slightly inferior. It's almost like upgrading the St. George to a Sicilian. Marathon X10. Marathon X10 subscribe with tier 1. Thank you. So b3, interesting approach. I've never seen anyone play this. The point should be that if I capture on d4, I can't really take it and hold on to it. So if I take, he plays bishop b2, I can't keep the pawn. But I think I should take. Honestly, we're upgrading from a St. George to a Sicilian. It's basically like a Khan Sicilian now, which is certainly a better opening than the St. George. J.K. Linney, obviously like the best move is probably c3, but maybe it's not to everybody's style. So this looks like a Paulson Khan Sicilian. specifically. Black's king's in the center of the board. White's king is safer. B3 is probably not such a bad setup for white. Seriously, thank you for the subscription. Marathon X10, if you ever want to play on Mondays or Wednesdays in the stream, you can be one of the first. Something weird happened. We lost a lot of sort of challengers very quickly. I had like 7 challenges 10 minutes ago. Now we have 2. 7-to-2 ratio. I'm trying to play unusual openings. This started as a Polish defense to knight f3. Knight f3 b5. I played the Grob in the first game, the Old Indian in the second. Trying to play stuff I normally wouldn't play, but not total garbage. Not like ridiculous openings that are unplayable. Try to play offbeat but semi-sound stuff. So this is a very practical move. Supporting e5, protecting the pawn on e4. If e5, white gains a serious space advantage in the center. Bishop d6 is kind of an interesting idea. I'm seeing some weird ideas for white too, like bishop d6, discoveries with knight b5, knight f5. Bishop d6 looks a little bit dubious. This is more of a traditional setup, but it blocks my queen. Honestly, bishop d6 might work, because if knight f5, bishop takes h2 check. If knight b5, bishop h2 check. Might have been a better move for me. The queenside can cave in fact. I like white's setup. Knight d2, supporting c4. Maybe the rook can come into the game. Like, it's totally reasonable. I'm stuck in the center with my king here. I need to get the king castled to safety. It's weird that this wasn't a Sicilian. d6 was a safe move, but kind of passive for black. So c4. I'm not sure if it's a good move, but it's probably not bad. Actually looks like a good move. I wonder if I should just like play b4. I don't really see another choice. And I think I like white better here. He has a very strong knight that's hard to erase, and the tempting like knight c5 doesn't seem to do anything. Might just put my knight in a position where it could be attacked by b4 later on. I was anticipating knight c5, bishop c2, b4, a3, when a5 would weaken the b5 square. If knight c5, bishop c2, b4, a3, he takes back on a3, and he's starting b4. My decision was to not play knight c5. So now an aggressive move, f4. If he's starting e5 is the question. I think knight c5 now a little more tempting, but I'm still not sure. But he seems to be playing on the king side rather than a3. Dr. Zuchen's testing, yes, logged in finally. We have a delay in viewer chat, 5-minute delay or whatever, I think in effect. My mod is not here right now. He's probably sleeping. So is e5 a threat? I mean, e5 looks pretty dangerous, actually. This knight move gives me a fallback square for my f knight to go to d7. But there are downsides to the situation as well. I hadn't anticipated this. Looks like he's blundered. I mean, there's some danger involved, but taking the central pawn... I think he was better off just playing bishop c2. I had the feeling he missed it. Like he just forgot about defending e4. Of course, there's some danger for me here. But that's such an important pawn. You asked me a question last stream. Did I find the answer? Dr. Zwischenzug. Maybe you can remind me? Last stream? Or Monday? It wasn't last night, was it? We were doing a tournament last night. Did you join us for the Blitz tournament last night? I'm not sure. Please remind me what the question was. Alright, well, I mean, I guess I can castle queenside in a last resort. Yeah, the 5. Roy Lopez players of the past era. We said Karpov, Kasparov, and Fischer. I'll try to think about the other two. But I mean, this is not like... You're asking a subjective question. It's not like there's a scientific answer to that question. It's a matter of opinion. So knight g5. Knight takes d3. Yeah, I would imagine Tal was quite strong with the white side of the Roy Lopez. Yeah, I mean, he would be in discussion, I guess. But again, you've got an awful lot of modern players to consider. I'm not really that well versed. To answer the question that definitively. Man, this is scary. I don't really know if I want to castle either side. Got these brutal bishops. I mean, my bishops are pretty good too, but this one particularly. No. You can't do that. Gone too far. He's got queen h5. I guess I should castle. Damn, queen h5. Well, I have to walk away. Lucky I can walk away. Okay, it's not entirely safe, but his bishop's hanging on d3. He's down a piece. My king is relatively safe here. When you're up material, don't forget you can always give back the material. Dr. Zwichenzog, yeah, we know that you're talking about players from the white side. But again, I can only give you a subjective answer. Tal would be a candidate. But frankly, to be perfectly honest, I don't really like these kind of questions where it's like, who's your favorite or whatever. Wow. Bishop f5. White is lost here. We managed to walk to safety on the queen side. But I don't know. I mean, it looks like you might have had something, JK. JK. You had a very, very interesting compensation. It looks like my move d6 was a bit on the passive side, but I don't know what to do. Bishop d6, less weakening, but makes it hard to get my queenside pieces out. Maybe knight c6. Yeah, here you have knight f3. That's a extremely strong move. With everything controlling e5. Okay, it's not easy to play with black. There's another game where this position has arisen. Knight d2. Also reasonable. c4 was very strong. b4 forced. Yeah, so I thought you should play a3. This was a totally different approach. We were playing primarily on the queen side. In that position where you played f4. Now the computer gave you a question mark for f4. I never considered e5 enough. It looks scary to allow the knight into f5. That's computer's preference. Alright, Zen chess. HTFP. Up late or early? Okay, this guy just keeps challenging me to rated games. I don't know what I have to do. Just don't challenge me to rated. Kravnik is next. We're trying to play unusual openings. So, Zen chess, yeah, we've played the Aliakin against you, I'm sure. He's got a pretty solid opening repertoire worked out. What are we going to try? e4, e5. Knight f3. The Afromeyev defense. What does he play against the Petrov? I mean, the Petrov is not an unusual opening. Once I played the Latvian against Zen chess. But he's deadly. We'll try to think of something unusual within this disposition. No, you don't do that. How can I play something unusual against knight c3? What am I supposed to do? Queen e7 or something? Huh. We could play the elephant gambit deferred. d5. Pawn takes pawn, bishop d6. But it's like suicide. Zen chess is too strong. Today I was wondering if black could play like b6 on move 2. That wouldn't work, right? I never really thought about it. Like b6, knight takes e5, queen e7, d4. And then I assume that black doesn't have a good move. But maybe you have queen e7, knight e5, queen e7, d4, f6, queen h5 check, g6, knight takes g6, queen takes e4 check, followed by queen takes g6. Is it? No, not bishop c5. No. But I was wondering if b6 is playable. It must lose somehow. So what do I do now? I normally play knight c6 or bishop e4. I was thinking d5. Elephant gambit deferred. This is obviously what? Obviously unsound. I was wondering if Zen chess might try knight takes e5, d takes e4, bishop c4. That would be in the spirit of your Latvian gambit, anti-Latvian gambit system. d5, knight takes e5. So now if I play e4, I'm like just overextended. Knight takes d5 simply loses a pawn. So that leaves us with really not a lot of options. Pretty much that's it. So the elephant gambit, it's like I played the elephant gambit, e4, e5, knight f3, d5. White played pawn takes d5. I played bishop d6, which is a known line. White played knight c3 and I played knight f6. Elephant gambit deferred. Now d4. Looks like a logical move. If castle's knight e5, if e4 knight g5 or knight d2, e4 knight g5, bishop f5. Feels like I have to do this. I mean, pawn takes d4, queen d4, he's just developing expediently. So he just played knight e5 instead. The knight is strong. Really has to go. This is just too strong. It must go. I hope you're enjoying this because I'm not. utterly unsound. The elephant gambit deferred. But it makes for a good entertainment. Guys, thanks for joining me. Bishop f4. Well, if you go bishop f4, at least I don't have to worry about bishop g5. That's the upside. I suppose I should just castle. With the idea of queen e7. Why didn't I play queen e7 or consider queen e7 right away? Well, I don't know. Probably doesn't hurt to castle. But I could play something like bishop e5 pinning. Badster, welcome. Well, this develops a piece. Wonder, should I consider bishop takes f4 there? Sacrificing in exchange? Knight f8, queen f8? It's hard to believe. But honestly, I'm only a pawn down. And maybe his doubled pawns are not ideal. With the knight on c3, he can't support it with c4. Rook e8 is certainly a good move. I need to use my queen side. a6, b5, try to outflank the pawn. Queen e2 looks like stopping e3, like a blockade. Nimzovich. Well, I could play pawn e3 as a tactical idea. I don't think his intention is necessarily castle queenside, but he might. There's also that, which is crazy, honestly. That's funny, I was just going over the World Championship Capablanca Aliakin match where Capablanca did this in exchange for Lopez in game 1 and lost. The first game he ever lost against Aliakin in their first game of the World Championship match in Buenos Aires. It was like an awful game by both sides, but particularly by Capablanca. But Lichess is just bailing here. Just giving me my pawn back. It seems like really good for me to even be back to equal material. So e3, okay, has a huge time lead. But objectively, it's a fail for white. I mean, he was formerly up a pawn. Now, man, I almost dropped my queen. I want to play queen a5. I did that earlier. Okay, I'm trying to chip away at his pawn structure. I would evaluate this position as maybe a tiny bit better for white. Lichess started to play like uber positionally. I'm a little restricted, but my pieces are all pretty good. Objectively, it seems close to equal. Computer would put white at 0.1, 0.2 better. It's a little grovelly for black. Honestly, I didn't expect him to play so solid. He's super solid here. He did have a chance to trade rooks and go like queen a5 at one point. It's very hard for me to do anything. His pawn structure is really good, very harmonious. Those two pawns in the center are especially strong. I'm panicking in time pressure now. Maybe king f8. Not a great square though. My king is a little bit exposed there. White is objectively a little bit better. I have no idea how to get through. Now there I missed the chance to maybe play queen b6. There were new. Maybe even a4, but a4 is kind of risky. The farther I push the pawn, I mean, the more it can be kind of overextended. Now he's making some questionable moves. Still maybe not bad though. Risky decision to play d5 by white. Yeah, I mean, it's possible to push the a pawn, but if I push it too far, it can fall. That's a weird move by white. a4. We have this plan. I guess he can move his knight. But if he wins my e-pawn with his knight, his bishop endgame, he's got too many pawns in the white squares. Huh, knight b5. Reminds me of another game we had. I'm not sure he could win even if he's a pawn up here. It's like a force field. Right? There's no way I can lose. He tried. Nice try. What? Bishop takes e4 maybe loses. Or at least makes life very difficult for white. King c4 was his only move. Why didn't he play king c4? I mean, I was just suffering like the whole end game till the end when it was probably a draw. Like, I can't objectively win except for bishop takes e4. So if you go to this position, I don't think that black ever can win, but I also can't lose. It's just a fortress. 0.0. But he played bishop takes e4. Yeah. Not really a good move. Alright, Sanchez, thanks for the game. I don't think anyone's ever played the deferred. We invented a new opening. The deferred. Let's see. Deferred elephant gambit. It's brilliant. So the deferred elephant gambit is +1 for white, and the normal elephant gambit after e4, e5, knight f3, d5, it's +1 for white. The odd part is that with the normal elephant gambit, there's like 150 games. I just invented a new opening. Knight f3, knight f6. The antidote to knight c3. I should make like a YouTube video. The elephant gambit deferred. It'll be a bestseller on YouTube. 1 million views. This is totally my next. I should make a YouTube video about this game. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just as good as the normal Elephant Gambit. Alright, Krapnik. Antonio's a subscriber first. Yes, I get white. No, Weird Wednesdays are important for our creativity. Especially as you get older. I can't emphasize how much creativity, how important creativity is. I think our creativity declines a little bit. Maybe because we get older, maybe because we just don't use it. But it's important not to be dogmatic. So I try to explore kind of unusual ideas here on Wednesdays for fun. But it's rare I get to invent a completely new opening. That's seriously relevant, you know? I mean, of course the Elephant Gambit is unsound. But at some level it's playable. I better make a video before Eric Rosen beats me to it. He likes to make videos about unsound, or studies about unsound openings. Knight c3, f5. Alright, this is interesting. Well, I mean, obviously d4 transposes to the anti-Dutch with knight c3. But more interesting is e4. I wonder if this is in the Link-Springer theory. Of course I can just take, but it's not the only move in this position. d3 is very interesting. A kind of Fromm's Gambit reversed. Queen h5 check. Looks like garbage. So our only real legitimate choices here are knight takes e4 and d3. d3, knight f6. g4. Alright, let's give it a try. Well, it's basically a Fromm's Gambit with the extra move knight c3, which is probably okay. If I played knight takes... Let's see, what does black do? I mean, I guess you have a lot of choices there. Even like knight f6 is okay. Knight f6, knight f6, gf6. No. Knight f6, knight f6, ef6, that's fine for black. So this seems a bit more dynamic. e5. Wow. Queen h5 check, g6, queen e5 check. What? Can you do that? Queen h5 check, g6, queen e5 check. King f7, queen h8, bishop g7, queen h7. My queen isn't trapped. Is this serious? Wait, you have queen e7. How serious is queen e7? That's the question. I mean, I don't know. I can take this. Pawn takes d3 is not that big a deal, right? Looks like black should be lost. Wonder if we'll find any games with knight c3, f5, e4. But objectively here, taking is not necessary. You should probably play like e5. E5 is f5 against the Vienna game. That can be played, right? Seriously, how is e5, f5 against the Vienna game? To check that. That looks like something from the 1800s. It looks like it might be possible. Morales feeling the... It's like playing yourself. This looks like something you would get against me in one of your gambit lines. Queen f8 check. Black's days are numbered. Just like Donald Trump. We have 18 days, no, 18 viewers. Man. Guys, challenges from Kravnik, Chess PMG, Etez next. Etez. The next one. Finish with that. No meandum. Thanks for joining us. Morales is in some trouble here. Some slight problems. Man, he's just totally crushed. Check. I don't know what to do though. Develop as fast as possible when in doubt. I guess even like bishop g5 next. I guess escape is a relative thing. What price do we have to pay to get out of jail? He's already down a rook. Now a piece as well. It's a little too much. Rook e8. Yeah, so he got the moral victory of castling. So this has actually happened. Man. I am Moses from Romania. Won against a much weaker player in 1992. Irvin was a decent master. He's pretty old now. He was a weird openings player himself, but or is still around. So e5, game over. Damn. No, that wasn't selected by any of these guys. Honestly, like on the previous move, can you play f5 against this? This is that bad. White just takes on f5, threatening queen h5. So that's not an option. You have to take. This is the only move. F takes e4, d3. And I wasn't sure about knight takes e4. But as I said, like knight f6. Grabarczyk has a game. I thought this would be okay for black. This looks like something Asa Hoffman would play with white. d6 could be a thing. Yeah, that's like similar to the Colorado Gambit or something. It's a little bit dubious, but playable. Exactly. Yeah. But okay, this loses. So he takes, I take with the bishop, then knight f6, then g4. In a normal Grob, Grob. I don't know where the Grob is coming from. I'm playing g4. This is not a normal Grob. In the normal Fromm's Gambit, we're playing a tempo up with the free move knight c3. But interestingly here, g4 is not the only move. This move makes no sense at all. Someone played that. I don't know. I guess it's not that stupid. Just developing, trying to play queen d2 or something, castle queenside. Knight h3. What? Stockfish is totally confused. So it's kind of like a Lichess Gambit thing. We're putting this knight on g5. This is best, according to the engine. The vulture knight. And then the old h4. Very similar to the Lichess Gambit. Dangerous for black. So knight h3 is an improvement found by the computer. Let me end up another subscriber. Poor Krabnik never gets to play. There just keeps coming like another subscriber. Etez is a subscriber to the stream. Okay, so we're trying to play creative stuff. I'm going to play knight c6. Antonio panicked. Yeah, he doesn't like to be on the passive side of gambits. Now, I know it's you. Not accepting to go into a normal line here. So it's the closed Sicilian against just a closed version of the Nimzovich. A closed Nimzovich. G6. E6. E6 is a bad French. I've played this before. No, he's not even letting me. Now I guess. Feels like you almost have to play d5. I mean, I normally don't like to play classically. I guess I don't have to. I mean, I can play g6, but it's... What is it, really? g6, bishop g2, bishop g7. d5 is more classical. Wow. What happens if d3 here? E5 is some form of normal position, seems like. I'm not sure about D3. But it's kind of critical. He said no gambits. I'll try to force him. So here I was thinking about making you play a gambit. Like, I don't have to take the pawn. Play strategically. Bishop c5. Maybe I need to take the pawn at some point. Question is when. Castle's e5. In this position, e4 is hanging, so there's no knight f4 right away. Guys, tomorrow's our subscriber stream. For those of you who are subscribers, you can submit a game to my account here on Lichess. We're going to go over 10 games tomorrow night at 6:30 Central European Summertime. I know it's still summer because I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes pretty heavily. So I thought about this. And it's a creative idea by White, but I'm skeptical. What is happening? I mean, knight takes b4? Really? This is crazy. It's a neat idea. What? I can't say I expected bishop b2. I definitely didn't see that. There goes my rook. Too serious for me, man. I don't think I can come up with something like that. Yeah, that's not working too well. This move is possible right away. Also. So surprisingly, this just loses by force for black. Kravnik's been waiting a long time for a game here. I haven't been crushed in 13 moves in a while. So c4. What can I play that's fun and interesting here? We'll try the Marshall defense, although this isn't good. And if white isn't really knowledgeable about what they're doing, might be a tricky opening for black. So takes. I don't think these gambits are realistic. What's up, Jim? Yeah, I mean, e4 is okay, but it's probably not the best move for white. I prefer knight f3. So this is the idea. We go back to f6. This is Marshall's original idea. e5. Kind of similar to the Queen's Gambit accepted. If you guys would like to submit a game for Thursday, don't forget. I think we still have only 4 or 5 games submitted for tomorrow night's subscriber stream. Now, objectively, there's an interesting line here. Pawn takes pawn, queen takes queen check, king takes, knight g4, I think there was some weird line the computer found that was very slightly better for white. But instead he just played knight f3. So now I'm on my own. I've never looked at this. Knight f3 seems like a reasonable move. Pawn takes pawn, queen takes queen, queen takes, knight takes with a Karpov-like endgame for white. Not my favorite continuation. But I'm not sure how many choices black has here. The only other move that looks viable maybe isn't viable. Bishop b4. I think I have to do this. Pawn takes pawn. What would Paschall do? I'm not sure how many times Frank Paschall actually played this opening. It's one of like maybe some blitz opening he played. There's so many openings that are named after Paschall. So many variations. Probably. He's the most common. There's probably like 5 different openings named after him. Yeah. I mean, objectively, there's no way to avoid the exchange of queens. No good way to avoid the exchange of queens. Karpov, Serouan endgame. Karpov beat like Serouan in a similar king and pawn, similar queenness endgame in the Queen's Gambit Accepted, I remember. What about Bishop b4? Doesn't really do anything. This is safe and solid. Black's position is rather passive. I already like white. Powerful pawn in the center. And very little counterplay for black here. Objectively, maybe there's another way to play. I don't know. But this threats constantly of these squares. This is certainly not the kind of position I would think that Frank Paschall would have liked playing. Bishop e4 doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's just a developing move. Forcing him play. Logically. I need to get my king to castle. I can't leave it in the center here. Like e7 is just not safe. White is better though. I might end up even like bringing my bishop back eventually to f8 or something like that. I don't really intend to exchange it off. Like if you were to castle here, bishop takes c3, b takes c, knight takes c4. I think bishop f3 is a mistake. It's actually an interesting idea to sack a pawn. Castle, bishop c3, b c3, knight e4, and something like rook e1. White has vicious counterplay with bishop a3. My king could get trapped in the center. Castle's interesting. f3 is better for white, but bishop f3 is awkward. I don't like this move for him. And particularly like there's nothing here. I'm not going to trade my bishop unless I have a really good reason. It could even come back to f8 and be a good defender. Now e5 is a problem, so I need to take care of that square. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about it. You know, white might be a little bit wary of these pawns advancing on the queen side. I mean, I can understand. You can kind of understand being reluctant to play bishop c4, but your point is well taken. You know, it's not the greatest square at f3 necessarily. Now I've got this. So bishop e2 is logical. Then I can play bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3, knight takes e4, or bishop takes c3, b c3, knight e4. It almost looks like he has to let me. I don't know what to recommend for white here after knight e5. It looks like black is better now. Okay, this looks like a logical move. I mean, bishop f8 is okay, but it's passive. I don't want to give up my bishop for nothing. If I'm taking on f3, they're taking back with the pawn, which isn't so bad. But I'm trying to get in threats of this. Knight d3 or knight c4. You know, like bishop f2 check, king f2, knight d3 check. It's not that clear. That might be better for white with the bishop pair, objectively. But I thought I would at least drive the white knight back to a bad square. Even bishop b6 is possible. Bishop b6, knight a4, bishop c7. Maybe I should take on f3. Also, but it does strengthen his center. Then again, if I don't do it now, he can go back with bishop e2. Well, I don't think that's a problem. I was thinking knight g4. Do we have knight g4? A knight to g4. Which knight to g4? This knight to g4. Practically has to play knight takes e4, rook takes e4. We want a pawn. And I guess bishop g4 is also possible. I wasn't sure about bishop g4, knight d2. That might be good for black. Knight d2, bishop c8, knight b3. We're clearly winning here. Aren't we? Maybe not. Maybe I should have taken bishop takes g4. I thought he should play bishop c8. Now I feel like we're both making mistakes. Should I play bishop d3? Well, it's still a threat. Clear pawn up in the endgame, but not necessarily winning. We've got a double pawn on the queen side. Probably this is a mistake. I should play bishop c7. I'm a little low on time. Oh, I have bishop f1. My bad, it's not a mistake. That is not a mistake. That's why he hesitated for so long. Wait, what? I'm up the exchange here. I'm getting confused. If that's your goal, you succeeded. I could have taken on e4. Really not normal. Guys, I've got time for like 2 more games. So this was weird. Knight f3. Yeah. E takes d, queen d4, knight d4. And this position, apparently c6 is passive and not black's best move according to the engine. White is just clearly better here. Alright. Very strong endgame for white. Should be better, for sure. Chess PMG. I never realized just how good that endgame is for white. I always assumed it was only like slightly better for white. Stockfish evaluations are massively exaggerated. Usually double what the true evaluation of a position is. But let's try some kind of French. I never play the French. It's the only like kind of mainstream opening I don't play. But I thought we'll try something funky. I can play an Owen defense. Again, knight f3 is not that sharp against something like the Owen or the St. George. It's a conservative move, the modern. If you play any kind of hyper modern setup, white doesn't have the option to play something aggressive with like f4. So this is kind of a standard Owen defense. But black has to be accurate to get a decent position here. Welcome to my stream, everybody. Lazy Wednesday morning. But that Marshall endgame last game, I didn't think it would be that bad. C6 was a mistake. So D5 now. It feels like white is overextending the center. And that should be good for black. Knight F6. We must develop. Pawn E6. If he trades pawns here, I don't know. Castles would be funny. That's not really sound. The Franco Benoni, Agnes Karadziewski. Semi-okay. I'm sorry Asterbait missed this. He's our Owens defense player. Now this is like boring to take back this way with the D pawn. F takes is much more dynamic. And E5 is a nice try by white. But okay, I mean there's no crushing move like Queen H5 check or something. He does have some ideas of Bishop G5. So I guess we'll trade knights on C3 and then be done with that. Preventing Bishop G5. Okay, so now what? Which way do we do this? We can double his pawns. Bishop takes C3. Very seriously damaged pawn structure for white. I'm not sure though if it's enough for black to claim a large advantage. I have development issues. But I don't think he should play D5. I mean, this is clearly a mistake. It's a minor mistake. I'm just not sure about my reaction. If it's best. I feel like I played the best moves. Here I'm not sure. But I'm fairly confident I'm at least slightly better. Even though white has some space advantage. Alright, he's not threatening anything yet. So we've got a couple plans. Knight A6 to C5. Or maybe Knight C6 to E7. Something to that effect. I could also play Bishop takes F3 in one moment. But I've got to watch attacks against my king here. If I decide to play Bishop takes F3, it's a very dangerous plan. This is passive though for white, but he does kind of negate that threat of Bishop takes F3. I'm backward on the open file. If he wants to trade bishop for knight, that's okay. He won't be able to castle properly. And this knight guards D7. Blockades. It's very strong there. Now we just pile on the F file and kill. Asterbait, what happened? You missed. You almost missed the Owens defense. Owen defense. Everybody wants to say Owens all the time. Such a common name. The Reverend John Owen. Where is everyone? Very slow Wednesday morning here, guys. One hour, 57 minutes uptime. Knight D4. Nice maneuver. Nice try. Rook takes. Bishop takes, knight takes. We're better. I know I can take the pawn on e5. This seems easier to me. I think there maybe queen d4 was best. It seems really strong for a 1600 though. Maybe that was his last chance to move the knight. Now f2 is attacked. Chess PMG 1661, 1599 in rapid. Very solid defense so far. What looked like a very bad opening. He's stubbornly defending. Minority attack with g4 is an idea, but it's not real inspiring. So we're going to have to get creative. He seems pretty good for 1661. Extremely solid. Taking with the knight now. Keeping my pieces out. Objectively, my king should be in the center. He can trade rooks now. I'm not sure if he wants to do that. He's actually faster than me, and he's 1600. G4 is controversial. Fixing my pawns, but creating some weakness for himself as well. Wow. Starting to have hallucinations. Picked off a pawn, but it was like dentistry. That's a strong 1600. Took me 30 moves to win a pawn. This one looks weak too. Okay, I mean, the less pieces on the board, the more those isolated pawns become a liability. Knight h5 was pretty much his only chance. Stopping me from playing. Rook f4. It's a great move. But he's down too many pawns after losing a4. Objectively. The a4 pawn is deadly. Probably shouldn't trade anything. Finally collapsing. The a pawn just wins. This knight always protecting d7. You can't take the pawn. You can take that one. Yeah, it's over. But that was a really solid effort by White. Some minor problems now. Too many queens. I should take this. Pawn on e5. Not a lot of chance here for White. I don't really see the point of playing this out. There's not even any stalemate chances for White. With the h-pawn on the board, you got to at least ditch that. It's time eater. Alright guys, last game for today. Etez challenged me again. No. Too much Etez today. The 13 move loss was bad enough. Alright, I'm going to play, but if I had no other challenges Etez, I would play. Different player. Berserker and Brodinsky. I've got to go in maybe about 12 minutes. Thanks for joining me. Join me tomorrow night for our subscriber stream. Guys, please support the stream and donate if you can subscribe. Do so. Now, unusual openings was the theme all day. Let's try King's Gambit. Steinitz. Steinitz claimed the king was a strong piece in this opening. Black's attempts to try to attack the white king always like rebound on him. But I don't really know the theory too well. The point is, the king is always safe on either side of the board. And black will eventually lose time. Yeah, I was just reading. I have a book on Steinitz's career, and I was reading a little bit the other day about his philosophy toward this line. But I think like he never lost in this variation, and he played it from. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm not gonna say like swear that he never lost. That was the impression I got. But secondly, that he played it from the beginning of his career to the end, so he was still willing to play sometimes this line until the bitter end. 94, Queen F5, King E3. So now, let's see. King F2. I guess I could play Bishop E5 in some positions to take out that pressure from the knight on C6 on my center. Is Queen G4 a move? Because that could be a problem. But Queen G4 looks strange. I might even be able to play G3 after that. He doesn't really want to play Queen G4. I guess it's also dangerous. I mean, Queen G4, Bishop G3, Knight E4, Knight E4, Queen E4, and like his king and queen are trapped in the center of the board. That looks kind of dangerous. He said the white king could be safe on either side in this variation. Actually, he was playing for the endgame. That was another interesting comment. He said he was trying to actively trade queens when he played this variation, so he could just be better with his king in the center. That was his favorite strategy. Trade queens early and have a better endgame with like a strong center, king in the middle of the board. But again, I'm just reading what I read. I don't claim to have ever studied Steinitz's Knight C3 King's Gambits in depth. I've seen some games here and there. So now what, H3? But rather than H3, maybe I have a better move. But not Bishop E5. Bishop E5, Knight E4 check. Rook G8. Whoa. But Berserker's not going to cast kingside anymore. So G4, Knight G4, Pawn G4, Queen H1. Can I trap his queen? It's kind of unlikely. G4 is the idea. So I can't really trade queens that easily. I could play Knight G5. It's an odd move, Knight G5. Yeah, there's all sorts of moves there. So g5 is the point. Rook g1 is possible. g5, g4. But that looks queen g6, knight g5 at the end, probably okay. Rook g1, g5, g4, knight g4, pawn g4, bishop g4. It's kind of unclear. There's other interesting moves, like even e5. I know this position is good for white, but I'm not sure what to play. Bishop h2, g5, g4, bishop g4, pawn g4, knight g4, check. That's kind of messy. This physically stops g5. At the very least, it looks playable. Maybe not. I screwed up, it looks like. I screwed up. Sees everything. This doesn't work. Of course. D5 didn't win a piece. Knight g5 was a blunder because of this line. Knight g4 check. I didn't see this move. Doesn't matter. It's over. The Berserker. He's 1827 in bullet. Alright, let's see how this stacks up with the opening explorer. Pretty impressive game by black. And after h3, black thought a very, very long time and played rook g8 here. And I blundered with knight g5. This is a really bad move. But I was afraid of g5. I mean, bishop e2 seems kind of passive. I didn't like it. After g5, knight g5, queen g6. But it's playable. Just got in too much time pressure. He could have just played h6 though. That's the real problem. My queen exchange idea doesn't work. You know, I can't exchange queens, I lose a piece. So knight g5 was just like ridiculous. If I can't trade queens, then it doesn't make any sense. But I was down to like 10 seconds here, or whatever. White is clearly better. Bishop d3, g5. This is the kind of line I was looking at before. Actually, I think I looked at bishop b5. The problem with bishop b5 doesn't work because of knight e4 check. He's got this. So I just don't like bishop e2. It seems too passive. The computer says here, I don't care about this. Whatever. My main fear was g5. But g5, g4, knight g4 isn't going to work here. I really don't know why I didn't like bishop d3 or think about it enough. Totally makes sense. After this, he's busted. Now if g5, g4. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a Steinitz game very similar to this. Wherever he goes, his queen is in a bad place. Black's position is very artificial. Yeah, but my move, I felt it was wrong, but I was about to flag. Surprisingly, the computer thinks I'm not completely lost here. Yeah, I saw these ideas, but again, I had like 10 seconds left. I could play something like that. I was afraid of queen h4 check. Surprisingly, this isn't so good. g3, queen h2 check. If bishop g5, his queen might actually get trapped, which is what I was trying to do in the game with rook h1. There's lots of chances. Yeah. Alright guys, I gotta go. We're going to be back tomorrow night with a subscriber stream. Thanks for showing up, Astrobate. We lost a couple games there. Weird Wednesday is always an adventure. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing and for the donation from Agnes Karadewski. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for a subscriber stream. Don't forget to submit games. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks for the weird openings. King's Gambit. Oh, bye-bye.